You won't believe what just happened between the Kenyan Prince and his girlfriend Stephy Ngunjiri. After months of breakup rumors, tears and endless speculation, they've just dropped a post that has completely shocked the internet. But that is not all. Wait until you see how she announced it. Because this wasn't just a reunion, it was a public confession, a love revival, and a massive slap in the face of everyone who said they were done. Stephy Ngunjiri's emotional message, "We revive, we mess, we fall, but we rise and hold on," has left fans in absolute disbelief, and now everyone is asking the same question. Was this breakup even real, or just one of the biggest relationship stunts of the year? Because what happens next is going to leave your jaws dropped. Trust me, you're not ready for what the Kenyan Prince just did right after the posts. Let's rewind to where this entire mess started. The foundation of this drama is absolutely wild. Kenyan Prince, whose real name is Raymond Omosa, is not your average Kenyan influencer. This is a 22-year-old forex trader who went from allegedly begging on the streets to living lifestyle that most people only dream about. And you're talking about Mercedes-Benz GLE, designer clothes and expensive vacation, costing over 1.5 million shillings, and a social media presence that screams controversy at the very turn. But here is the thing that made Kenyans raise their eyebrows from day one. Prince's relationship with Stephy Ngunjiri was problematic from the very beginning. The red flags were everywhere, but it all came down to a head during that infamous interview on Oga Obinna's show back in April of 2025. Now, if you haven't seen this interview, you need to understand this wasn't just controversial, it was absolutely disrespectful. Kenyan Prince went on to say in that interview publicly that Kenyans have a problem because they think everyone should work hard all the time. He said anyone who will let Stephy work is abnormal. The audacity was unbelievable, and Stephy, she sat there agreeing that as long as Kenyan Prince was ready to give her everything, she didn't see the need of working, and the dynamic was clear and Kenyans were not happy. The interview became even more explosive when Kenyan Prince casually bragged about sleeping with his former best friend's girlfriend, and he said this with Stephy sitting right next to him. Can you imagine this? Stephy Ngunjiri was caught completely off guard, embarrassed, staring at her phone while Kenyan Prince continued his story with absolutely no regard for her feelings. The disrespect was palpable, and Kenyans watching could feel the tension through their screens. Social media immediately exploded. People were questioning why Stephy Ngunjiri will stay in a relationship where she was being publicly humiliated. Comments started flooding in, saying that she was only there for the money, for the lavish lifestyle, and for the designer wigs worth hundreds of thousands of shillings that Kenyan Prince would buy her. Critics were brutal, telling her that living fast-lane life doesn't mean you have to tolerate mistreatment. Now, here is where the plot thickens. Just days after that controversial interview, the breakup news hit the internet like a thunderstorm. Stephy Ngunjiri went to her Instagram stories and dropped a message that confirmed what everyone was whispering about. She wrote, and I quote, "He was indeed a gentleman, but he was too petty." She confirmed the end of their relationship, but here's the interesting part. She kept it surprisingly positive. Stephy Ngunjiri reflected on their time together, saying, "For the short time we had together, it was amazing. Sometimes it's nice to let situations pass. Cheers to new beginnings. It was nice meeting you," she added, as if closing a chapter of a book she was ready to forget. The finality seemed real and the message seemed genuine, and for a moment, it looked like Stephy had finally freed herself from a toxic situation. Kenyan Prince didn't stay silent either. He responded with a single heartbreak emoji on his Instagram story, seemingly acknowledging the split without saying much. But then things got messy. The Kenyan Prince went live and addressed the breakup, saying he really wanted to talk about what happened in his gone relationship. He told his fans to focus on making better versions of themselves. He apologized to fans who felt disappointed and said this, "Sometimes you got to let go of some people to discover a better version of yourself. I wish it could last, but God's will took charge." The evidence of the breakup seemed concrete. Both of them scrubbed their social media clean, deleting every single photo they had together. They unfollowed each other on Instagram, which in today's world is basically the official stamp of a breakup. The internet went wild with the reactions, and some people celebrated Stephanie's freedom. Others predicted that she'd be back, and a growing number started questioning if any of it was even real. But here is where things get really interesting. In the days following the breakup, Kenyan Prince made some shocking revelations. He claimed that he had sent Stephy Ngunjiri 160,000 shillings to help her move out after she dumped him. He denied being bitter about the breakup, insisting that he was focused on making money and building his empire. He even said he had predicted they would part ways before she dumped him, which seemed like a strange thing to say if you are genuinely heartbroken. Meanwhile, Stephy Ngunjiri gave interviews where she opened up about missing Prince's generosity. She confessed that she missed how he spoiled her. She talked about receiving expensive wigs, random money transfers ranging from 2,000 to 70,000 shillings without even asking. She said Prince understood that women have their needs and will send money spontaneously. The confession was honest, almost too honest, and it made people wonder if the breakup was really as final as they claimed. Kenyan Prince saw Stephanie's interview and scoffed at her comments, writing, "When someone is dumped, she wants to be a socialite." His response was mocking but also oddly playful, not the response of someone truly hurt by a breakup. And Kenyans watching all of this unfold started connecting dots that didn't quite add up. Then comes the breakup announcement, timed perfectly. Now let's talk about what is really happening here, because this goes even more deeper than just two young people in a complicated relationship. Kenyan Prince and Stephy Ngunjiri represents a new generation of influencers who understand that controversy equals to currency. In the attention economy, staying relevant is everything. Boring relationships don't get views, and stable couples don't trend, and happy endings don't generate engagement. But drama, breakups, and public feuds, those are social media gold. Then comes the breakup announcement, timed perfectly to capitalize on the controversy. From the interview, Stephanie's emotional post and Prince's heartbreak emoji, the mutual unfollowing each other, and the photos deletion. During the breakup period, both Kenyan Prince and Stephy maintained their relevance. Stephy gives interviews talking about missing the lavish lifestyle, while Kenyan Prince makes statements about focusing on money. Finally, the reunion announcement, timed around Kenyan Prince's birthday, framed as a love story of perseverance and forgiveness, complete with beautiful photos that look like they were planned well in advance. It's the perfect ending to the drama arc, except it's probably not an ending at all if this pattern holds. We'll likely see another breakup drama in a few months, another reunion announcement, and another cycle of controversy and reconciliation. This is the reality of influencer relationships in 2025. The line between genuine emotion and calculated performance has become so blurred that audiences can't tell what is real anymore, and maybe that is the point, maybe that is the goal, and it isn't authenticity. But rather than the appearance of authenticity, as long as the people are watching, commenting, and sharing, or even engaging, the strategy is always working. What makes this particularly problematic is the impact of young people watching this unfold. The economics also can't be ignored. Both Kenyan Prince and Stephy Ngunjiri benefit financially from staying in the spotlight. More followers mean more brand deals, more management means more monetization opportunities, and every controversial post, every breakup announcement, every reunion photo is potentially generating income. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Kenyan Prince and Stephy Ngunjiri's breakup was real or fake? Are you happy that they are back together, or do you think Stephy Ngunjiri deserves better? Do you believe their relationship is genuine, or is it all just content for social media? Let's have a conversation in the comments, because I genuinely want to know what you think. And while you're down there commenting, make sure you hit that like button if you found this video informative. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we bring you the hottest celebrity tea every single day. Turn on those notifications so you never miss an update, and share this video with your friends who are following this drama, because trust me, they need to see the entire breakdown. Before you go, let me ask you one more time. Are you team it was all fake or team love conquers all? Because this story is far from over. If history repeats itself, we'll probably be back here in a few months talking about their next breakup. But until then, stay tuned, stay engaged, and keep watching, because in the world of Kenyan influencers, the drama never stops. Thank you so much for watching. In the next video, we'll be diving into more explosive celebrity drama. But until then, stay blessed, stay woke, and remember, not everything you see on social media is what it seems.